here in Common Council Chambers. Call the meeting to order, and we'll go right into it. Did everyone have a chance to review the minutes from the first and attended? Even though it says I'm in attendance.
Oh, does it? Okay, so I need to change that. Thank you.
Yeah, this is the first one that I wasn't able to be at. Tina got to help out a little bit.
Okay.
Y'all have a chance to look it over? Yes, okay. Any questions or comments for that? Tina called me and kind of brought me up to speed afterwards. Yeah.
And just to follow up too on the north side mural, it turned out that the staining that was present on that wall was actually, they had fixed the roof, but I think prior to fixing two sort of gutters.
Some like gutter
It was not
run over.
a current problem.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was,
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so there's no longer any water there.
Good, yeah, they both made quick work of it. Okay, very good. So, can I get a motion to approve? Oh, got it, okay.
No,
Robert.
and we'll bring it back at the next.
Robert's
at the
not
next
here,
meeting.
okay. Got it. I second that. Emmanuel. Making my life easier. All right, very good. So, since we don't have a quorum, we won't be making any motions, but we will move forward. No old business, but we do have new business, and Annika is here. So we have SPAC 2309, Hysteria Institute of Queer Ecology. This is for Lightworks coming up in the fall, UVP 2023 exhibition. We'll turn it over to Annika here.
This is a exhibition of this piece is titled are planned as October 12th through December. It does say in the application that it is an architectural projection, but also that it's interactive. That's actually a mistake left over from Evan's piece. Not an interactive video. You are free to interact with it, but it is not particularly interactive. We will have an event related to the exhibition that will have. Second, we will have some of the artists who were involved from the collective. Assistant writer Jack Halberstam, and we're also trying to organize a movement workshop that will be free and open to the public as well. So this piece is essentially a rough cut, as is often the case when we have commissions. So this is basically the image lock, and the audio is audio that will be in the final piece, but they're still fine-tuning the audio edit for it. It's an original work that was actually commissioned by Lightwork for UVP. It was actually a co-commission. This was shot here, mostly in Syracuse. You'll probably recognize some of the sites. It was shot last February at various locations around the city, including the Syracuse Metro Water Treatment Plant on Onondaga Lake, which you'll see in Rats Falls, and also Stone Quarry Art Park. In this work, the Institute uses image, movement. Are you hearing me okay, or is it?
Yeah.
In this work, the Institute uses image, movement, and sound to construct an eco-feminist retelling of the poorly understood dancing plagues that swept through Europe between the 10th and 17th centuries. As pointedly subversive agents entangled in environmental contagion and contamination that drive these wild, manic uprisings. Dancing plagues, also referred to as dancing mania, choreomania, spontaneous social phenomena in which groups of people, at times in the thousands, danced erratically and without restraint. The mania often danced until they collapsed from exhaustion or suffered injury. Institute for Ecology is an ever-evolving collaborative organism producing interdisciplinary art as a tool of critical optimism and queer futurity. IQ Eco was co-founded in 2017 by Lee Pitnick and Nicholas Baird. Today, the Institute founded in the theoretical framework of queer ecology. This theoretical framework is a interdisciplinary approach normative and institutional discourse surrounding sexuality and nature. Queer ecology also forges a pathway to reimagine environmental interconnectivity, politics, and evolution through a queer lens. The collective works to overturn the destructive, human-centric, multi-species future. Florida, Museum of Contemporary Art in Belgrade, the Biennial of Sydney in Australia, Prairie in Chicago, Boss Fisher Invitational in Miami, Gas Gallery in That's all I have information-wise. You can watch as much of this as you like, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Said some of it was shot at Stone Quarry.
Yes.
Cool.
The big wide shots and some of the wooded shots. This is actually in it's somewhere in Beaver.
Okay.
It's like 3 rivers, 3 water.
Okay.
Is that 3 something
Oh,
woods?
is it,
It's like it's a
Three Falls?
3 falls.
Oh, yeah,
Falls,
Three
and
Falls.
it's-
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not- No, that's in Fayetteville, actually. It's in Fayetteville,
Oh,
yeah.
the other direction. Okay, so
Yeah.
yes, but yes.
Yeah,
that-
and this, was she actually in the water?
She is in February.
Over there.
They were very careful to make sure she spent very little time in the water and got dry very quickly. But yeah, she's in the water.
So are those local artists there or actors
No.
in the, okay.
None of them are local artists. They all came here to create the work and did research about sites, water sites. They actually have some really interesting things to say. We have a video where we interviewed them, and they had some really interesting things to say about Syracuse just as a really interesting site to think about water and water rights and sovereignty and all of these kind of issues surrounding water, because we have Onondaga Lake, which has this super complex history, a very contradictory history in many ways, as a sacred site to the Onondaga Nation, but also a superfund, and then also all these like amazing falls and rivers locally. So they were
How many artists were involved in the creation?
no, mostly I think they're all domestic actually.
Okay, okay.
Several from Juan is also from Miami. He was the videographer. But the people that you see performing, some of them are Institute for Ecology artists, but several of them were actually graduate students who volunteered to participate in the project.
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that RFP. It's get weird in the woods.
It's a lot better on this screen than
Yeah,
it does
digital.
on my,
Yeah, right.
on my
I agree.
computer.
This is high
and
quality
I
on-
mean, just the imagery is just
Yeah.
real, it's the colors.
The beginning in black and white's going to look epic in that time of year too.
One of the participating artists is the musician who composed all of the music. All of these indoor shots that you see are actually they totally transformed, and then like left perfectly clean when they left. It was amazing. They brought raw and all kinds of stuff. All kinds of
Yeah, dude. What a shot.
It's like, you see that the one image with the water that's like rippling in this really hypnotic way. That's all from these treatment.
I was wondering what that was.
It's like really like they do tours, which I didn't
Yeah.
know. They
Yeah.
found out that they did tours there, so you can all go and see it. It's
Yep.
definitely an
My son took a
interesting
tour there.
experience. It's progressively less unpleasant as you go through the tour, as you get further from the intake.
Yeah.
But like those pools that they have are incredibly.
That outflow
I know,
right
right?
there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Bratz Falls, yeah. Right there. October, sorry, yeah. Okay, cool. October.
I know, well, you guys aren't, you can't vote.
Yeah.
Yeah. but,
Thank you
okay,
for showing us, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Say, since because we don't have a quorum and this evening, but does anyone have any concerns or other questions? And certainly I'll ask some of the other commissioners to make sure so that the vote can take place at the next meeting. Okay.
Thank you for showing us, Annika, and taking the time. Obviously, we had a last minute cancellation here, so what we'll do is, it's before the next, our meeting falls before, so you'll have the vote from there. All right.
Yes.
It's kind of a funny meeting in that way because it's a transition of sorts too for us. So, well, just something different. Kate's taking a new role.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, we're going to talk about that in the next part, but and you're welcome to stay. Talk about that. But anyway, thank you, Annika, for showing that, and maybe we can figure out something better so that you don't have to sit on the floor.
Although it was nice to see it in high quality like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on then, this is just, as I had shared with the commission, so my position has been both as the preservation planner as well as the public art coordinator since 2009. And actually before I came on, briefly, public art coordinator's position was full-time. But then it became
also
a Kate,
Yeah.
yeah. But then they combined it, and so it was 2 part-time positions. And in conversations with the mayor, and also agreement of the Common Council, everyone agreed that the art program has really matured enough that it can do. Same as should be said also of the preservation planning position. So preservation planning is actually where I have my training. I have really loved being the public art coordinator. Decided I will stick with the preservation planning, and the city is right now looking to hire the soon. So if there's anyone here who's interested in the position, to go onto the city's website and look at the opportunities,
On
jobs available.
Indeed. It's on Indeed officially.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
We'll email it out after the meeting to everyone just to make sure, but it has, it's a full-time role. The key being that with a little bit of research, we realize most of the places across the country that have more robust programs make a strategic partnership with parks, because parks always has the most amount of land and takes care of the most, and more importantly has the ability to maintain in the long run. So it's a full-time role under Parks and Rec.
Which is, and also it made a lot of sense here in the city because not only does the Parks Department then control the most public property, and that is, in the form of parks, but also they have some role with the public right-of-way as well. 9/10 of the, if not 100% of the arts programming that the city already does is through the Parks Department. So for you, for the commission, that you'll still be meeting here. You'll be working with an individual who will sit in this spot or somewhere within this realm. But I think it just does lend the opportunity for a much more expanded program. So it's very exciting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens with the public art. And I won't be. It's not like I'll be disappearing. I'll just.
Right.
But and obviously here to help with any type of transition. Well, with the transition, presumably we'll at least have a name potentially by the next meeting. If not, it may be the November meeting. But nonetheless, I imagine I will still be here for the next meeting. But
For the transitional period anyways.
yeah, there'll need to be some transition. So yeah, so I'm here and happy to still be involved, but really looking forward to seeing how the program, as I say, can grow and expand. So hooray for public art.
Yeah,
And
hooray for
I'm
public
really
art.
grateful to the mayor and to Common Council for making this a
Reality,
possibility, a reality.
It's going to be uncharted territory because for the first time, because it's a full-time employee of Parks and Rec, streams of being able to fundraise. There could be money earmarked in the budget and things like that. So it's an interesting.
It makes a lot of sense, I think,
Yeah.
to have it there. And also to have the position, this person will also be supported by other park staff that will continue to do arts programming. So we can actually start considering it a real program rather than Art Commission doing its, doing what it can.
Sure.
But
Sure.
it will be the full-time public art coordinator plus the other staff who will be, I think, helping to support the program. So, yep. So that's my story. And
Where's your office going to be?
my office
Yeah.
is right now. So we all moved over to one
Nice.
Park Place. Yep.
You like it?
Yeah, it's
different?
quite something.
Yeah.
It's different. It's very, very different.
You're all in like one big thing?
One big thing.
Yeah, wow.
One big thing. You're all welcome to come over and take a
I'm
look.
going to have to check it out, yeah.
It presumably the public art coordinator will actually be housed over on Spencer Street, would be my guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Inner Harbor one where the Parks and Rec
Yep.
is over there?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll get you some noise canceling headphones from SPAC.
I got some already. Don't worry. I'm good.
You're good. That's good.
It's the white noise I actually have to cancel out, so it's very loud. They've got the white noise machines going. So that's that, and then
Before
we.
I
Oh,
would just
yeah.
like to say thank you
Oh,
for all of the
yeah.
work that you have done.
Oh, you
I mean,
are
especially
most welcome.
Personally, with those back website, very helpful.
Welcome, and as I said, I've enjoyed every public art commission meeting because I've found that I've really learned something, and having this interesting. You are all very interesting. Interesting points of view and the depth of your experience and the different experience that you do bring to the table has just made for really just a great experience for me. So I thank all of you as well.
Leadership has been wonderful.
Well,
It's really
Thank
kind
you.
of low key, but very clear and helpful.
Without a doubt. Thank you for answering the cell phone while your son is in a swim meet. And,
Oh, yeah. I was probably grateful for the distraction. The 50 seconds of excitement and 2 hours of
Right.
sitting around. But yes,
Sitting around,
I'm
yeah.
really.
But it's actually really wild to look back at the history. When I hear 2009, in my head I go, wow, because we've grown the catalog in such a way over the years, but thanks to programs like Cities Canvas and others in the last few years, are really ramped up. And I don't know if anyone's noticed, but Manlius, Fayetteville, and all the townships are really starting to turn up public art too. There's murals everywhere. So it's kind of a really interesting time and of transition for us. And we know that you're just a phone call away there. Thank you.
Yeah, and yeah, I would love to see it. So I think that it's amazing what we're doing with murals, and I would have to say Cities Canvas has also made it much easier for Common Council to say yes, because they understood, so like, oh yeah, we get this. But it should be a program of Murals Plus, though. That's, you really would love to be seeing different types of installation artwork. And again, there's, here I'm getting all excited. The idea of actually creating potentially a Art in the Parks type of program is, with my conversation with folks at the Parks Department, and we now have a new commissioner as well, Tony Williams, who's great. And doing that as well, so.
Oh, the other thing is too, obviously, the positions being hired separately and such.
Yeah,
But
so,
obviously they'll be reporting in some way.
right, yeah, I mean, the person's boss will be the commissioner of
So
Parks. Yeah.
I would say maybe when we have a parks related person on commission with us as well
That,
down the road.
yeah, that would be, yeah, I don't see any reason why not.
Makes sense for the
Yep.
trajectory.
Yeah, and if not having Parks, just having I don't know if that person needs to be a voting member, but certainly having a representative.
Sure. Okay.
But they could also be a voting member, depending on what they're doing, so. So website,
And yeah, website. Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, so website's moving forward. We are getting.
yeah, I think it's getting
You're down to it,
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you all have received an email, which is everybody's response.
You send that to me, I'm not sure I.
Yeah.
You know
We
what,
put
I
it out this
probably sent
afternoon.
it to the
To the old
Casanova
email
one
that
again,
you
and I
want.
don't know why it doesn't,
So glad we mentioned it.
yes, yeah, no, I'll send it to you, for sure.
And
Yeah.
you guys are welcome.
I'll send it to you as well,
Stronger.
Annika.
You guys are gonna have a website now?
Yes.
A real one,
Yes,
like a real one,
with resources on it. Yeah,
and visuals and like
Yeah.
heavily.
I was gonna
towards visual.
send you an email too about UVP visuals past. Yeah. Because like the visual content is pretty striking already, but we're trying to also utilize it as a real like resource site. And so it has a user interface that allows like an appreciator, an artist, an organization to log in and give different updates and stuff. So we're pretty psyched about that version. It's the deadline is this Friday, you better fill out the app type of emails that will come through and, things like that. So, but it's robust because we've been going through it, and Lauren has done a wonderful job of translating the 39 examples that they put in front of us and utilizing next to nothing of the design elements for many of them and creating a new site out of it. So it's pretty exciting, We're actually, you need to lock, he's asking.
No, it's fine.
Basically, the Microsoft Smart Teams grant came to the table, and they're very thorough. So it's a little funny when you log into like the thing, but on the right-hand side, there's like questionnaires, while the site's to the left. It's like in like a beta test version. So it's a little clunky in that way, so you know. imagine the left window being the thing that you're
Actually,
exploring.
I think,
The survey is a completely
Different?
yeah,
Okay, all right.
survey is different, yeah.
It's so much more user.
In our beta versions, it was funny. We got to like click on things and make little comments, like exactly where they were, and they've been really going back and forth. It's been wild. So
No, the navigation survey, it's called a test. So basically what they're posing a question like when you go into it and you take the steps that you believe based on what you're seeing will take you to that answer. And the question is, does it take you to, and so it's really, yeah.
They're very specific tasks.
Yeah.
And you're given a task to find out, like, where would you navigate to find an application to
Yeah.
submit?
And if you fail, then
you're off the commission.
you're off the commission. No, there's no, if you fail to get to where you need to go, then that's obviously a failure of the navigation. So
Right,
that's
right.
that's
And
the
that's
that's the
something that
point.
we need
That's the
to
point.
know.
Yeah. Are you
The
having to
rule
go
of
round and
seven.
about to get to it?
Flow or whatever, yeah.
So obviously, we've built something that we feel is intuitive.
Responses we can get, the better. So we'll send out that to you. Great.
Side, I wanted to just say something real quick. Dominic is here, and I invited him to come be a part of the meeting just to get an idea of what's going on because he's involved in real estate and different projects, potentially bringing public art into his spaces. So I wanted to see what a meeting would look like. This is a little different. Normally we have an extra body so we can vote. and go
Extra
through.
bodies. It's
But,
actually a body of 11, and today we could only conjure up 5. So
So like, then they are public meetings, so we are allowed to, anyone can come and join the meeting, such, but, we run a tight ship. I want to talk to you afterwards because of Casanova and a few things with my new endeavor. But I just wanted to let you know that in this period of transition, we're in the process of hiring that new role, but it's not going to stop SPAC from being able to answer your questions and such. So you can reach out to us in any capacity via the digital side of things, even though we have a splash pagey website currently where you found the agenda, right? And we're still like available for transitional periods. So one of the
I'll always. I mean, I will be there until we have someone else who's answering
Very good.
calls or emails. So
nice.
yep.
All right. Excellent. Any other pieces of info? All right. I'd say motion, but we're just going to adjourn. Good day.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Michael.
And Annika, we will keep in touch, and obviously the meeting will happen before. So you'll be good.